dive right, cause it can't miss. All about the game, that's a cold switch. Serving up the truth, call it ruthless. Tune in and get your fix from Blake and Vish Sports.
Is John Lynch the right man to lead this team as a general manager moving forward, do you think?
So I've never really complained about John Lynch, more so because I don't think I don't think there's a lot to attribute to he's doing wrong. But I'm going to say no, because I was going through it a little bit last week. I tweeted about it. I think John Lynch in the media gets this team into way too much trouble because he feels an obligation to be nice to the media and give them stories. And he gives them the wrong stories that keep biting him in the butt. I mean, let's go down the list of the famous John Lynch post-draft quotes. Yeah. 2017, we would have taken Reuben Foster at 3. Taking Reuben Foster at 3, given his injury and his medical history
volunteered it
and
with
his
pride.
Character.
Just puffed out.
Organizational malpractice with your first pick of your entire review.
He had a medical issue. He had a character issue. He got flagged medically at the combine and got thrown out of the combine for yelling at an intern. Yeah, no, there were issues.
And if you go watch Reuben Foster's Alabama film, it's as good as any linebacker that's come out in the last 10, 15 years. There's a reason he was still available at number 31.
He ran and hit violently. He was good. Yeah.
There's a reason he was still available at number 31.
That's right.
Teams had questions.
Okay, but there's so many more. Reuben Foster was
let's go down the list, right? 2018, according to John Lynch, a lot of people in that draft impressed him, but the 3 most impressive players in that draft was Sony Michel, who's on his second team, Mike McGlinchey, who's an average right tackle, and Derwin James, who's a very good player who's consistently injured. That's a famous John Lynch 2018 quote.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just gonna pull them up just in case I don't miss any.
This is gold.
To me, these are just you cannot have these quotes to me as the GM. I just think you're better off not saying.
I mean, and what he said about Kinlaw and Ayuk.
So okay, the next one, of course, is the Colton McKivitz magical draft plan. If they didn't get Trent Williams, Colton McKivitz was part of the plan to be their left tackle in 2020. Like what?
Yeah, they said that.
We would have taken
Jalen Moore right now, except Jalen Moore actually can do it.
We would have taken Ayuk at 3 or 13.
Yeah, he said that.
That one is rough, especially when you look at the fact that I don't know how you can look at Ayuk. I'm sorry, I love Brandon Ayuk. I loved what he did his rookie season. He has never been a better wide receiver than CeeDee Lamb. So I don't know what estimation.
And the thing about Ayuk is there's a lot that he did that I liked and I could see the fit, but I also watched his All-22 in college of him playing Cal, and some dude named Cam Bynum. Yeah, I mean, some dude named Cam Bynum, who's I don't think is in the NFL, just, pressed him, and Ayuk was like, oh, well, I guess I'm out of this game. That happened. And I was like, first-round pick, huh? You could probably get someone in the second round who's just as good or better.
Right. And then
the
volunteering of – I mean, this one's kind of him and Kyle Shanahan, but volunteering that Lamb and Ayuk were Shanahan's 2 favorite receivers in the draft. You look pretty stupid when Justin Jefferson is already a top 10 receiver in football, and he's by far the best receiver in this draft, and you didn't even think he was a top 2 receiver in that draft. Now that one, that's a big red flag to me because you want to talk about a system fit.
No, I'm gonna say real quick, like with Lynch, we don't know what he does, but if if the draft record is attributed to him, it's not a good draft record. If free agency is attributed to him, it's not good. And then if we're cynical and say he's basically just a voice, he's there to talk and make the organization look good. He's not even doing that well because every time he talks, he puts his foot in his mouth. He says it's too much about Brandon Ayuk or takes the wrong tone or all these things.
Worst one, right? Which leads us to the worst one. You're coming back from Justin Fields' pro day, and Kyle Shanahan was scheming already, drawing up plays for Trey Lance. Like, why do you say stuff
that?
Like
and
this?
Why did you say that? Yeah. Bad.
What happens tomorrow if Trey Lance busts and Justin Fields is a superstar?
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
You and Kyle Shanahan look like the 2 biggest idiots in the world. There's no other way to say it.
And again,
to
make yourself look smart.
That's where I think this organization has actually reached a point where John Lynch can't be put in front of a mic because he says too many stupid things.
I don't know what his job is.
Or
he has one job and it's to talk, and he's not
unnecessary.
doing
Unnecessary.
I think. I don't look. If they just fire John Lynch at the end of this, that's not enough. I think that's kind of like He's not important enough. I don't think he makes high-level decisions, but I think he's got to go, even though he's like kind of lower down the ladder. I think he's got to go, man. I'm not sure he's having a positive impact on this team.
And philosophically, right? They ad nauseum keep waxing poetically about this defensive line. We're gonna build this team from the defensive line. Through 6 weeks, this supposed good defensive line is not dominating games at all.
No.
If you want to know, everybody points to this secondary, but outside of Nick Bosa and some good play from Eric Armstead, though, you would
solid.
It's not been good.
Solid. No,
it's not been good. You've gotten Kinlaw has been hurt. DJ Jones has been okay. Street has been inconsistent but solid, I guess. Yeah. Givens has not lived up to what Givens used to be.
No.
Kerr has not been good. Mo Hurst, what does he do? Arden Key. I mean, what have you gotten? This team is supposed to be built from their defensive line, and their defensive
Jordan
line
Will is
doesn't
coming back.
games.
When's he coming back? Didn't he have a 6-game suspension? When's he coming back?
I have no words because I'm so sick of being gaslit as a fan. To all these things that we believe in these things as an organization, but they just keep putting their foots in their mouth. They keep contradicting themselves. They keep painting this picture like they have a real plan and they have conviction in their plan. And they don't have conviction in their plan, and they don't have a real plan. And I'll end this topic on John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan with this. The 2019 coaching cycle was one we all clowned. We clowned because if you knew Sean McVay, you got hired in that coaching cycle. The 3 coaches that were much maligned, Cliff Kingsbury, Zach Taylor, and Matt LaFleur, are currently 18-3. And the one thing Cliff Kingsbury, who many people consider one of the worst coaches in football, he got right is the moment he was hired in Arizona and they had the number 1 overall pick, he was confident, he had conviction that he was going to take the little super freak from Oklahoma, even though he was 5'10", and he went with that plan, and that's why they're successful in 2021. And Kyle Shanahan's big plan was to get Kirk Cousins, and he's had reservations about Jimmy Garoppolo since 2018. John Lynch, they're not sure, blah, blah, blah. And here we are in 2021, and Jimmy Garoppolo has still been the starter for 4 years. Please.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is the issue with I don't know if it's John Lynch's fault, but you talk about the Niners not having a plan. Okay. They're not developing their young players, and they have no first-round pick the next 2 years. That's bad. Ambry Thomas, Aaron Banks, Trey Sermon, Trey Lance all can't get on the field. Diamador Lenore. And in a lot of cases, like, I don't even know why. Like, Diamador Lenore and Ambry Thomas can't play and learn, so freaking Drake Kirkpatrick and Josh Norman, who won't be on the team next year, can go out there and suck. That's what's happening on this team right now. They're not developing young guys, and they have no first-round picks the next 2 years. Where's the plan there? Oh, they're still like, hey, we're going to compete with our vets. No, you're freaking not. What's the plan? Someone has to get fired for this, Vish. Sorry, I got worked up again. Let's answer some questions.